Hey guys, this is Lee back with you, and in this video we're going to talk about how to find leads through local business directories. So I'm going to show you two of these directories in this video, but I'm going to also include a PDF file with other sites and links to other local business directory websites. So all these sites are pretty much the same. You want to go through them. You want to choose what's relevant to you, and then just reach out to the people who own, the restaurant or plumbing company or whatever business you find. So one of these sites is Yelp. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's Yelp.com for the US version, or Yelp.ca, which is Canadian version, which is the website I'm on right now. Then we've got something, like local.yahoo.com, and we can search for businesses here as well. So it's really easy to search for businesses. If you're doing services for restaurants, then you would just choose your location and just type restaurant. So you can even get more precise and type something like burgers or fish or Japanese restaurant or whatever it is. Then you can find their page and eventually their website, and then dig out more information about them. So I'm going to show you an interesting way here. Let's go to bearburger.com. I've actually never heard of this website before, so I'm just going to go ahead and open the website for the first time. And let's see how my method's going to work in this case. So here's their Yelp page. And then over here, we see the domain name. We also see message the business, but when you send a message through Yelp, the owner of the restaurant's not going to get the message. Okay. We want to get to the people at the top, so we don't want to contact just their customer support or the people in charge of their website. We want to get to the CEO or somebody who's in charge of marketing, and we can make a financial, or who can make a financial decision and buy your services. So let's go ahead and open up the domain. And usually all these websites have some information on them about the owner of the website. Let's see if that's the case with Bear Burger as well. So we've got contact us, our story, and people. Let's go to our story first. Okay, I don't see any names here, so all right, let's go to people and see what we got there. Let's see which one of these guys is in charge. The Chief Bear. Could be this guy, I'm not sure. Let's click here and the rest and just dig into this and see if we can get some titles. So we've got German partner. What else do we have? Let's see. This guy is the CEO and his name is Euripides. Okay, so I'm actually just going to copy that. Actually, I'm going to do a right click and then just search Google for Euripides. So I'm just going to edit this a little bit and put Euripides, and then I'm going to put Bear Burger in there. And let's see if we can find out his name. Okay, so Euripides, it's Euripides Pelikanos. That's his full name, or Pelikanos. So what we want to do is install something into our browser. It's called Rapportive. If you want to go to rapportive.com, it was actually recently purchased by LinkedIn. It's actually a neat little tool that, once you enter somebody's email address, it's going to dig up information about them from LinkedIn. Okay, so the way we're going to use this is to figure out which email address is the email address that actually exists and the email address that the owner of this business actually uses. He's got to have an email address at bearburger.com. No doubt about that. We just need to find out which email it is. And actually for that, we actually have another great tool, which is pretty much just an Excel spreadsheet. So here it is. Okay, so I didn't come up with it myself. I did have something similar, but then I found this and I thought it was better, so I've been using it since then. This was built by Rob from Distill.net, so definitely a big thank you and a shout out to Rob for creating this and making it available. Okay, so what we want to do here, just grab the name of this guy, Euripides Pelikanos. There's definitely no way I could type that. Okay. So I'm just going to copy and paste it to make sure that I don't get it wrong. First name, let me just paste it in there. Then I'm just going to cut his last name and just move over here where it says last name. Paste it in there as well. Domain name is bearburger.com. Don't put in any wwws or HTTP or anything. Just put in just a clean domain name. Okay. So now, what this little spreadsheet is going to do for us is it's going to take different variations of the name of this guy, and it's going to come up with different email addresses that could be potentially Euripides' address. Does not mean that one of these addresses is actually going to be his, but sometimes it just so happens that none of the suggestions actually work. But most of the time, you're going to find one iteration of these common types of email addresses, and you'll find that it's actually the email of the person you're looking for. So you need a way to be able to basically bulk check all these addresses without sending an email and then getting a notification that your email failed and wasn't delivered, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to just blast out emails like that and get all these bounces back, and it's going to severely affect our inboxing rate. So what I'm going to do now is just press Shift on my keyboard and then click on this last entry here. And I've selected all these email addresses, and I'm going to copy them. Then what I'm going to do next is make sure Rapportive is installed. I've installed it obviously, but you want to do that too. It works for Firefox and Chrome, and it's absolutely free, so make sure that you install it as well. So once you've done that, just open any Gmail email. Just start typing in an email, then simply paste all of the addresses in here. Once we've done that, you're going to see that on the right side we see the address and then a question mark. When one of these email addresses is actually correct, we're going to get some more information. It's not going to be just the address. We might see his picture. We might see his name. So you'll know when the email is real. Let's see. All you need to do really is just hover with your mouse over the first email address, and this plugin we installed, Rapportive, is going to start checking it. So hover over it. As you can see, it's not the second one, so we need to keep hovering over until you actually find the one that he uses. As I said, sometimes it happens that none of these addresses are real. But here we go. Here it is. We actually have this email address, ep@bearburger.com. So as you can see, it's different from the other addresses. I'm just going to remove everything else and just keep this one. You can see too that it's different because the other ones are just showing a question mark and no other information. So let's see, e.p@bearburger.com, nothing in there. Then we move to ep@bearburger.com, and you can see his photo. There you go. You can see his, it says CEO at Bear Burger Group, LLC, Greater New York City area. So this is definitely this guy's email address. So now that we have his email address, we can simply save it into a file and then email the guy once we're ready. Okay? So I know this is a bit of a tedious process. It takes a bit of time to do it. I don't necessarily expect you to actually do it all yourself. I don't do this myself. You can just hire somebody to do it for you. You can hand them this video and let them go through their training, and they'll do this for you and help you out. So whenever they find a lead, they just grab the email addresses and they have it ready for you so that you can email them. And that's how easy it is. You basically can't run out of leads. I think it took us about 4 or 5 minutes, or maybe 8 or 9, because I'm recording a video and explaining. But if you're not explaining this to anybody, then it's going to be much faster. So just go over these businesses on Yelp, and on Yelp USA. There's obviously a ton of restaurants and businesses on these sites. you can find as many leads as you need, and that's how powerful this is. So obviously, business listing websites, there's a bunch of them. I'm going to give you links to some of the best ones I use. I'll do that in a special PDF file that you can download here on this page. Go through the websites, or maybe give them to an assistant to do this for you, and just generate a ton of leads that you can later email. Okay, but it's also important that you install this tool, Rapportive. I'm going to also make sure that you have access to this tool. So, because it's in this video, we've used it. We're also going to use it in a few other videos in this course. So I'll have the links for the PDF file, a link to Rapportive, and a link to the Excel spreadsheet that we used in the video. So it's all really useful. Make sure you install it as well, Rapportive. Then we can continue on with the rest of the videos. I'm going to show you some other cool tricks on how to find even more leads. Okay, so I'll see you in that next video. Thanks.